Dear Guardian Angel, January 20th, 2019. We had a baby. We are absolutely in love. People said you never understand being a parent until you have your own, and now we know what they mean. It is already coming with some struggles, though. For example, his feeding. Sometimes our baby eats well, and other times they seem to refuse to eat. It's frustrating, and I don't know if we're doing something wrong. How can we make feeding easier? Love, Kenny and Teresa.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, February 1st, 2019. What? Wow, guys, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I know it can be overwhelming, but you're doing great just by asking for some advice. Every baby's a little different when it comes to feeding, so it's one of the hardest parts of being a new parent. The first thing I'd recommend is watching your baby really close around feeding time. I know it may sound strange, but they actually show signs of being hungry or full. If you notice these signs, like maybe sucking on their hands when they're hungry or fussing when they're full, you can avoid overfeeding or underfeeding. I think it may really help. Another option you could take is trying to have small portions spaced out throughout the day. Think of how small your baby is. Now think about how small its stomach is. Feeding smaller portions every 2 or 3 hours will help make sure they get all the nutrition they need without getting overwhelmed. But most of all, make sure you're giving yourself some grace through all of this. Just keep watching and learning their behaviors and figure it out as you go. You're doing great. Let me know if you need any more help, or you could also reach out to your pediatrician. You got this. Sincerely, your guardian angel.
Dear Guardian Angel, March 17th, 2019. Thank you for your advice. Those things really helped. Yet, it seems like we're facing yet another challenge. Boy, is this parenting thing hard. We're currently having a difficult time getting our baby to sleep, and in return, we're absolutely exhausted. Some nights they sleep fine, but other nights they're wide awake and fuss for hours. We're really struggling, Angel. How can we help them get in a good routine? Love, Kenny and Teresa.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, March 22nd, 2019. Make sure to take a deep breath. I know it's so hard when your little one isn't sleeping well, and I completely understand the exhaustion that comes with it. Getting a good bedtime and sleep routine can do wonders, but it is a lot of work. One suggestion I have is making sure you all have a nice, relaxing bedtime routine. Babies need consistency. It's great to create a routine they can rely on. You could maybe try something like a warm bath, a feeding, or maybe some quiet time. Or a combination of all three. Your goal here is to help your baby learn when it's time to go to sleep. Studies have actually shown that bedtime routines can lead to better sleeping infants because it helps them feel secure and relaxed. Another thing you could try is creating a more consistent sleep environment. Again, babies need consistency. Try having them sleep in a dark, quiet room that's a nice, cozy temperature. If you can't get a quiet house, maybe try a noise machine as well. Consistency in their environment helps create a sense of security and makes it easier for them to settle down. These small changes can make a big difference over time. Just remember, it's completely normal for babies to have some ups and downs with sleep, especially in the early months. Stay consistent and things should improve. Sincerely, your guardian angel.
Dear Guardian Angel, June 3rd, 2019. They are sleeping so much better now. I think the noise machine and dark room really made a big difference. We didn't realize how important a safe and comfortable environment was. As our baby is getting a little older, we're starting to notice that they are getting very upset when we leave the room. It's getting to the point where even stepping away for a few minutes is nearly impossible. We're really worried about the effects this distress will have on them. Is this normal for their age? Is there any way to help them feel more secure without causing them to be unhealthily attached to us? Love, Teresa and Kenny.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, June 14th, 2019. Don't worry, it is completely normal for babies to experience some separation anxiety. This typically happens around 6 to 8 months, so you're right on track. It's a sign of healthy development, and it's proof that your baby recognizes and is attached to you, which is a good thing. One thing that may help is doing some practice separation. You can start by leaving the room for just a few seconds and then go a little longer each time. When you come back into the room, make sure to greet them calmly and not make a big deal out of it. If it feels normal to them, then they will begin to realize that you will always come back and it'll help them be more secure. Just keep in mind that separation anxiety is a phase that many babies and children go through. If you keep gently encouraging the separation, your baby will do much better over time. Sincerely, your guardian angel.
Dear Guardian Angel, June 8th, 2024. We're sorry it's been so long since we've written. Baby's doing great. Although they aren't much of a baby anymore. We're just about at preschool age and we're feeling mixed emotions. It is of course exciting for them, but we're a bit anxious about the transition. How can we prepare them for this change? We want them to be excited and confident. Love, Teresa and Kenny.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, July 7th, 2024. Oh my goodness, how exciting! It is wonderful to hear from you. I know this can be a big transition for both you and your child, but we can definitely make it easier. First off, it's very helpful to talk about school in a positive way. Try to focus on all the fun things they'll get to do there, like maybe making new friends or playing with new toys. If they can look forward to the experience, then it can ease some anxiety. You could also read them some books about preschool. This way they can be familiarized with school in a more comfortable way. Another thing that could really help is visiting the school before they start attending. If you can, take a tour of the classroom and meet the teachers before their first day. This should give them a sense of comfort in the new environment. If you keep a positive attitude and do a little gentle preparation, they should be excited about starting a new adventure. Sincerely, your guardian angel.
Dear Guardian Angel, November 25th, 2024. Happy holidays! We hope you've been doing well. Preschool's going great. However, we have been noticing some more tantrums lately, and we don't really know what to do. They just get so upset when they don't get their way. We don't know when we're supposed to step in and when we need to let them cry it out. What can we do to help them manage their big feelings in a healthier way? Sincerely, Kenny and Teresa.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, December 3rd, 2024. Happy holidays! It's so good to hear preschool's going well. Tantrums can be challenging, but they are also a pretty expected part of a child's emotional development, especially as they start to find their independence. In a lot of cases, this behavior is driven by frustration or inability to communicate their needs. I think the best way to handle tantrums is to remain calm. Your child is still learning how to handle their emotions, and if you are both calm, then they will likely mirror them. I know it's really hard, but try not to give in to their demands during a tantrum. All this will do is reinforce this behavior and encourage them to do it more. Instead, maybe try acknowledging their feelings and offer alternatives, like maybe expressing their feelings in words or letting out a big burst of energy. Things may get hard, but keep offering your child structure and support. Learning to manage their emotions now will lead to an immensely easier time later in their life. Don't give up. Sincerely, your guardian angel.
Dear Guardian Angel, January 17th, 2025. Thank you so much for all the help you've given us. You have made this all so much easier and quieted a lot of our anxieties. I think what we are still most afraid of is setting unrealistic expectations for our child's development. Can you help us understand what milestones to look for and how we can support them? We mostly just want to know what to expect as they grow in the next couple of years. Love, Kenny and Teresa.
Dear Kenny and Teresa, you are most certainly welcome. I enjoy helping you both. It's been beautiful to see you grow as parents. I know there's still going to be challenges, but you are doing really well. It's great that you're wanting to make sure you have realistic expectations. That's something not many parents think about. Children develop at their own pace, so there may be some general milestones, but keep in mind it's not one size fits all. For example, between the ages of 1 and 2, most children will start to walk and say a few key words. By age 2, many children are able to form simple sentences and get more curious about the world. That said, please keep in mind that every child is unique. It is okay if yours doesn't fall perfectly in line with these milestones. If you both continue to create a supportive, loving environment, then it'll help your child reach their milestone at the pace that fits them. Pray for patience and understanding as your child grows. These traits will make a big difference in their development. Always here if you need me, your guardian angel.